Hi YouTube, it's Shadow King Archer, and I'm here with my review of Dragon Ball Daima episode 11. Got my notes right here, so let's get into it, shall we? We start off where we last ended, with Neva approaching the gang ship. Neva deduces that Goku and his friends have gathered one of the Dragon Balls from the tummy and starts acting senile. And if you've been a long-time Dragon Ball fan, you'll notice that he's singing the OG Dragon Ball theme song, albeit not very well. So Funimation slash Crunchyroll, when you dub Dragon Ball Daima, I'm expecting you to do the exact same thing. Otherwise, it's going to be a massive wasted opportunity. Uh, Vegeta says that Neva's acting senile, and basically says to ditch him. But Piccolo recognizes that this is Neva and that his senile act is pretty much a facade, and tells him to cut it out. Uh, Nevis recognizes Piccolo, and Piccolo tells him that he's the son of Katatsu, uh, and introduces himself as Piccolo, which he says is a strange name, which is odd considering that the manga said that Piccolo is a Namekian name and it means other world, if I recall correctly from the manga. So I think either Toriyama or the writers kind of forgot about that. Uh, let's move on, shall we? Piccolo says never wanted this to happen, so he pretended to be senile and came with Goma to use Shinra. Never tells them that Goma wished for them to be children because he was afraid they would invade the demon realm, and says if Goma didn't make the wish to make them children or made some other nefarious wish, he would have pretended to be senile, and so he Goma wouldn't have gotten his way. So say like he tried to wish for the with the third demon eye or anything like that, then I never wouldn't have helped him out. Because Neva's apparently not evil, he's just kind of neutral. I mean, he's willing to work with a villain like Goma and probably get something like extended lifespan, but he's not intentionally malicious. Uh, Neva also predicted that Goma would kidnap Dende and says that, but he says that he didn't expect Goku to have defeated Tamagami 3. And Pansy says if Neva created the Tamagami, he could have easily defeated the Supreme Demon King, but Neva retorts that Namekians shouldn't use their powers for conflict, causing everyone to look at Piccolo shamefully. Well, because, he's the reincarnation of Demon King Piccolo, who was, well, evil. Gloria says that they should go because Goma knows they're in the second demon world, and Neva says he has to come along because the Demon Realm Dragon Balls are useless unless you speak Namekian, just like Porunga. Goku asks if Piccolo can speak Namekian, but Piccolo says he spent too much time on Earth to know that. Yeah, I'm calling cap on that because in the manga, Piccolo talked to Kami during the last tournament of the OG Dragon Ball arc. I mean, and they were both speaking Namekian. And even if you want to say that the past 16 years that Piccolo forgot the language, he still has Kami who knew the language, and he's fused with Nail. He's fused with both Kami and Nail. If Kami somehow forgot the language, Nail definitely still knows the language because he's been there his whole life. There's no excuse. It's just a plot hole. And it just exists there to keep Never around. Now, you could say that now, if they wanted to keep Never around, but also keep this plot from happening, you could have just said that uh, that Never they need to speak ancient Namekian language, like maybe it's like how it's different from ancient Egyptian versus modern Egyptian. So it could have been something like that. That way we keep Piccolo's knowledge intact while still keeping the necessity for Neva. Anyway, Arisa tells Marva that Majin Ku failed to defeat Tamagami 1, and Majin Ku brags about being aware enough to know he wasn't any match, but Arisu says it's nothing to be proud of just because you're smart enough to realize you're no match. Rinsu believes Majin Ku was too weak because they didn't use enough of Buu's fragment. So, I believe I theorized it in the last video, he seemed more Cyberman than Majin Buu. And this time, they use a whole fragment with Rinsu wanting to bury the Cyberman seed 20 centimeters deep. Marvel, however, says this would risk the new Majin going berserk like Majin Buu. Majin says if he does go berserk, he'll handle it, but Rinsu presses X to doubt. Rinsu says she needs the next Majin to be stronger than Tamagami 1, or her reign as Supreme Demon Queen won't be long. So it's not. I'm glad she's kind of thinking ahead. This really shows how intelligent she is. It doesn't. It's not just about gaining that power, but also making sure that it's legit, that she can have security in that power. Because even if she were just wish to be the demon queen, if she has no means of securing that power, it's not going to last long. So she needs some people who are stronger than the Tamagami and also loyal to her. Because nobody can take down the Tamagami as according to Pansy, unless we're excluding Majin Buu. So, all right, here we go. Supreme Kai asks why Neva lived on the original Namek alone, and he says he likes it there and it's to keep it safe for everyone when he returns. Now that's kind of sad, honestly. Uh, I I mean, this Mechian is the last remaining virus. He's been keeping this hope for thousands of years that the uh, Mechians in the mortal realm would come back to the demon realm and they'd all be reunited. Now, is that going to be something we might see in Dragon Ball Super? Now, I'd be up for that if this was a Toriyama-led story before he had died. If it's Toyotaro, then no, I don't want any part of it. You all know how I feel about Toyotaro. Uh, Boma asks why Neva created the Tatanagami, and he says that they were originally meant to reward Namekians for their efforts, but foolish and evil people started using them, so the Tamagami were created to protect them. So this does feel very reminiscent of the Frieza saga, where Namekians would gather the Dragon Ball to go in trials, improving their worthiness, and not just in strength but also in character. Uh, but evil people started using them. Now, fortunately, never had the foresight to actually create some guardians. Uh, but Guru never saw that because Namek was mostly peaceful until Frieza showed up, and I guess Kami never did that because they were strong enough. He was strong enough to keep Piccolo at bay, and Piccolo was sealed, and there were a whole bunch of other strong fighters who had decent hearts like Goku, Master Roshi, so on and so forth. Um, Vegeta says that he's going to fight Tamagami too, to which Goku says that that's not fair. He's complaining about it, and he wants to ask, could he do that to Neva? And Neva says that anyone can fight a Tamagami as long as it's one-on-one. And Neva's surprised that Goku and Vegeta would want to fight the Tamagami, to which Supreme Kai says that Saiyans enjoy fighting. Welcome to the series, bub. Rinsu and Marva start creating the new Majin, and Majin Ku is excited to have a new brother. It's honestly kind of adorable. Horrible. I mean, I honestly kind of like Majin Ku. He might not be as strong as Majin Buu, and we don't know how he scales in the grand scheme of things. I'm kind of hoping he does that because he's got a lot of comic potential and doesn't seem all that evil. So let's keep him around. Uh, and Marva's creates a new Majin and calls him Majin Do. And Majin Do looks more like Fat Boo. I'm not. If you're about to ask me what the pun is with Ku and Do in this, let me just say I have no clue. Uh, I mean, maybe we'll get insight later from like interviews and what have you, but as far as I know, I can't really tell what the pun is. Um, and Majin then starts doing a loud scream a la Kid Buu, shakes his butt. Yeah, I don't know why either, and demands some chocolate. So definitely seeing some personality resembling Fat Boo. And Majin Ku goes buying some chocolate, buying chocolate. Can can neither of them just turn random objects or people into chocolate? Because Majin Buu could do that. Did they not inherit that power? Or did they not know they had that power? Um. Okay. Uh. Anyway, and Majin Do eats both of them. Duh. Yeah, and they basically like have this little tug of war on the chocolate. They got a little they got a whole brother relationship, and it kind of reminds me of Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, where uh, despite Majin Do being bigger, and most people would think that he's the older brother, Majin Ku is actually the older brother since he came first, naturally. So if they pull like a joke like Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, that's gonna be a nice nod. Uh, Goku and the gang arrive at the location of Tamagami 2. Rinsu takes Majin to the Tamagami 1. And though having an unorthodox way of fighting, Majin Do is getting the better against Tamagami 1 than Majin Buu did. And like I said, it's likely due because Majin Do is more like Buu than Ku is. I mean, he's even does the cannonball technique that we saw with Super Buu and Kid Buu. Uh, he's using his and morph his body to his advantage. And and we also see that by watching Tomigami 1 fire a Ki Blast or Magic Blast, because they don't know what Ki is, Do learns how to fire Ki Blast as well. Albeit he hits himself with it at first. But it seems he has a healing factor as well. So Majin Do has his Boo's appetite, Boo's durability, Boo's ability to fight in an unorthodox faction, and uh, can imitate any techniques that he sees. So yeah, it's definitely official that Majin Buu is stronger and is more like Buu than Ku was. Vegeta prepares to fight Tamagami 2, and Pansy says no powerful Majin has ever defeated Tamagami. Then again, it's still unclear if that includes Majin Buu. And it also, we don't know if Deborah would have been included. We know Deborah was unable to fight to defeat Tamagami, but we don't know if that was before or after he got a Majin amp from Babidi. Pansy says Vegeta should be careful, as he can tell. As she can tell that Vegeta isn't as strong as Goku. Burn. But Bulma says to watch and see, and Vegeta challenges Tamagami 2, but Tamagami 2 says Vegeta's just a child who should return to his mother. Okay, seriously, I'm honestly half tempted to see Team 4 start making a bridge version of Dragon Ball Daima. I mean, just for the sake of making that joke of somebody saying Vegeta, go back to your mom, and then Vegeta says his mom is dead, and then saying a different retort to it. I mean, seriously, that would be hilarious. But anyway, Tamagami 2, you should have definitely knocked on wood there. That's a touchy subject. Tamagami 2 spots Neva and realizes that Vegeta's challenge is serious and decides to indulge him. Vegeta and Tamagami 2 seem evenly matched, with Vegeta using his Ki Blast, even his patented Vegeta technique, to keep Tamagami 2 occupied while he blindsides him and closes the distance. And Tamagami 2 uses his trident to fight Vegeta, even managing to scratch Vegeta's face with the trident. Uh, yes, this is the first instance of blood in Dragon Ball Daima. No, in fact. I'm surprised Vegeta didn't spout some nonsense about how dare the Tamagami spill the blood of a noble, like he did back in the Saiyan saga. I guess he's kind of gotten over that. Majin gets the better. Cutting back to Majin, he gets the better of Tamagami 1 with his amorphous body and orthodox fighting style. And like I said, Vegeta keeps resorting to use the Vegeta technique at Tamagami 2, but Tamagami 2 counters with a cross slash, pushing Vegeta into the ocean. A Kraken tries to eat Vegeta, but Vegeta escapes using his Ki aura. And Tamagami 2 smacks Vegeta in the face, and the Kraken swallows Vegeta. And that's where the episode ends off. All in all, I did like this episode. I did appreciate the action. Nice character interaction between uh, Majin Du and Majin Ku. A nice bit of character interaction with Neva and Piccolo. Um, Callbacks to original Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. I As for cons, I mostly has to do with Piccolo's knowledge and Neva, because Piccolo and Neva should have known things as Namekians, but they don't, or they, and it's just to progress the plot a certain way. So I have to imagine that Toriyama forgot about these things. And I know it's a whole meme about Toriyama being forgetful and he doesn't remember his series. And Toriyama's not as forgetful as people like to think, but he doesn't remember everything. And let's be honest, when you work on a weekly shonen manga, you're bound to forget some things. I mean, you people like to hype up Hajime Isayama on Attack on Titan, but it was clear by the end of the series that he forgot things. So yeah, let's cut him some slack. All in all, I did enjoy this episode. You guys tell me what you thought of this episode. Did you enjoy the action? Were you annoyed by the plot holes and inconsistencies? What do you think about Majin Buu as a character? Let me know in the comment section down below. I'll catch you mortals later.